Hello. Right. How is everybody? Pretty inspiring stuff. Just quickly, I just want to, Eden Labs makes extraction and distillation equipment for botanicals. And we actually sold our first extraction system to a dispensary in San Francisco in 1997. Just to give you some background. But I really want to say how grateful I am to be able to be here today and talk about things that I am so unbelievably passionate about, things that I work hard, so hard to accomplish, and to be able to share that. Oh, I went ahead of myself there. So, are you ready? So I'm going to say something that sounds a little bit like bragging, but actually it's going to keep this subject matter into perspective. Eden Labs is rated as the top 10 fastest growing women-led businesses in Seattle. Since 2010, we have grown 1,500%. Most of that was in the last couple of years. This industry is poised for phenomenal and historic growth. 2016 through 2018 is going to be insane. And in order for you to weather that kind of growth, you have to have a strong infrastructure, because that kind of growth will make or break your company and everybody in it. So your team and your vision and your brand and your structure has to be tight. Culture is the glue that binds an organization together, and it's the hardest thing for competitors to compete against. When you're building your business, or when you're currently in a business and you're growing, your culture and your vision of your business is the best way for you to be able to select the team members that you're going to have to become the foundation for your success, their success, and everyone else's well-being. Culture equals value. And it's hard to put a dollar amount on this. You can put a dollar amount on how many sales you have, but you can't put a dollar amount really. You can't measure it on how important this is to your success. There are several different kinds of company structures. Typically, historically, there's a hierarchical structure. One person at the top, all the arrows pointing down. Management, middle management, not a lot of flow back and forth, not a lot of creativity. It's an outdated model. It's an outdated model because everyone leads. Everyone in here is a teacher. You have something to give, and you see something when you're working, and you should be able to tell somebody, like, hey, what about this idea? You know, it would be better if we did it this way. But you need to be able to communicate that. And you need to lead in your own right, empower yourself. This is a great quote. I know Steve is a little bit of an asshole, but it doesn't make any sense to hire smart people and tell them what to do. You hire smart people so they tell you what to do. No one person can do it all. It's impossible. It takes a team. A flatter structure, a lateral structure, is what we use. And we work in teams, and you can see all the arrows go all the different directions. And especially in a technology company, it's really important because we're always coming up with new ideas of how to do things, how to make things better. And without this kind of structure, it would slow down our R&D and what we can bring to the market unbelievably. So we choose to have this structure so that we can bring things to market that this industry needs faster, and also to be able to anticipate what this industry is going to need. This is what it looks like. It's kind of amoeba-like. You got your teams, and you can see the overlap. And in the middle is your focus, the direction of your company, what your brand is, who your people are. That takes communication and clarity, and that's your responsibility. And it is not easy to keep everybody on the same page all the time. Because also when you're working in a team, you know, the team lead has to know what the focus of that month is, that day, that week, and be able to communicate that to the team and then to the rest of the company. And it all overlaps, and it can be kind of chaotic sometimes. And for some people, it can be really stressful. But once you get into the groove of it, it's really amazing because everybody's communicating, everybody knows what everybody else is doing, there's cross-training, and it really just strengthens your entire culture. You actually have a culture then. As important as all that is, obviously you need a fantastic product too. You can have the best extraction system in the industry, which we do. It's 20 years of innovation there, and I'm really proud of it because this system builds businesses. And obviously from this, you know, by the time I get theory, you'll see that's my end goal, build businesses. So you have this, but you also have to have that culture. They have to be combined. You can have the best whatever, but if you can't market it, if your team can't have a customer service to back you up, it's not going to work. Somebody else is going to come out and do it better. So your team is your brand. Clients don't come first. Your team comes first. If you take care of your team, they'll take care of the clients and be the most important part of your brand. Nothing makes me happier than I hear somebody who's gotten one of our systems and they're like, oh, the system's great. But what I really love, man, your team's awesome. That makes me so happy. It's because it's also not easy to get there, to have everybody be on the same page. But it's great. So your brand is your vision. Who are you? What's important to you? What's going to make you get up every day and work really, really hard under unbelievable pressure? This is not business as usual at all. And a lot of people coming in don't really understand that. And once you become a business person in this industry, you automatically become an activist. You have to, because of the rules and regulations and the laws and threat of imprisonment. You have no banking system. It's hard. So what's your end goal? My end goals, primarily, is whole plant medicine. Creating systems that produce a healthy product in a healthy environment so this whole industry can move forward faster. Human and civil rights. Producing real food that is grown organically and processing that safely. Our food supply is bastardized. And of course, empowering small businesses and women is incredibly important to me. A couple of years ago, I would go to an event. I've been going to events now since about 2009. Actually, my first one was here in 2009, Plant Medicine Conference. And there would be like 3 women in a group of 100 guys. Look at this. It's amazing. I love it. Love it. And what we do as women, and men too, we're creating socially responsible businesses, because that's who we are as people, especially in this culture. And socially responsible business is modern business. Business needs to change. We can do this. We need to get rid of the super PACs. We need to get rid of Big Farm. We need to get rid of subsidized criminal justice system. And this industry can do it. There is no other industry that touches on all of these topics. It can actually be a wave of the next generation of, look at millennials. They will tell you, this is how it's going to be. And we need to make sure that that happens and support their businesses and their visions, because it's the right one. So take all of your interactions and all those attributes and behaviors that grow a thriving culture and bring them into the forefront of how you do business. That is your strength. That's the strength of your brand, that's the strength of your team, and that is your company culture. A person cannot be judged on their intentions or beliefs. A person can only be judged on their actions. So go do good. Thank you.